Secret Santa 2012. Mix 107.5 and you.
Making a difference.
This one is cool for all kinds of reasons. I think Secret Santa really helped a fine young man out here.
Oh, yeah. I would vouch for that. And this is an instance, again, another Secret Santa first.
Yep.
And it's not often that we get to say that. In this instance, Secret Santa, rather than delivering Christmas to an entire family with mom and dad and kids and whatnot, Secret Santa delivered to one person.
This was
an individual.
Yeah, an individual. This was a cool one for me from a very selfish standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
It was out in Fort Sumner.
Yeah.
So it was a little drive involved.
Yeah, and it was a ways out there.
And it was even a little bit the other way from Fort Sumner. I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
And from a very selfish standpoint for me, and certainly for you, it was neat because our designated photographer the night we did this delivery was your daughter.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out, the young man we delivered to, and we talk about this throughout the delivery, which you'll hear in moments. The young man we delivered to, 18 years old, and 6'7". My daughter, Maddie, who was the photographer, 18 years old, and 4'11".
So we had the two of them, when we were done with the delivery, we had the two of them stand next to each other to pose for a photo. Funniest thing you've ever seen.
And it was so cool to see. We were out there, the entire caravan, all of our helpers.
I'll be curious to see if you can make it through this letter this time.
Yeah.
The last time Duffy had to read this letter, it was while we were staging here at the radio station last Friday night before we headed out for our Friday night Secret Santa deliveries. And everything was going fine until Duffy had to read this letter.
Yeah, for personal reasons, when I read letters about kids losing their mom, it just, it's just tough.
I know.
And this one tough. And my daughter happened to be there that night. So now I'm getting thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you pointing that out. Thank you for starting me with a lump in my throat.
Mission accomplished.
Hey, yeah. Everybody was out there that night, and all of the helpers that come together to make it happen, the folks over at Sparkle Cleaners that give us their truck to use. Literally, they pay for the gas, they pay for the wear and tear on the truck, and we can't say enough about that. All of our helper elves that get together to make these things happen, and Mike and Debbie who let us use their garage, their huge warehouse every year. There's so many people that make it happen for this guy. A guy just like this. The letter reads, Dear Rooney and Moon. And I'm going to go ahead and say his name. I don't think he'll mind. Usually we try not to say names, but I think we say his name throughout
he sticks out like a thumb out in Fort Sumner. He's 6'7", and Fort Sumner is a small town.
Yeah. The letter reads, Dear Rooney and Moon. Ross is an 18-year-old senior who attends school in Fort Sumner. His 42-year-old mother just died 1 week ago. Now, this was sent to us on November 26th, so it was middle of November when Mom passed away. Ross and his mom are German and don't have one single family member living here in the U.S. They moved to Fort Sumner 6 years ago from Arizona. Ross said he couldn't see it at the time, but he now knows God placed him in Fort Sumner for a reason. Ross's mom passed away from ovarian cancer, and Ross was single-handedly caring for her on his own. For the past year, Ross has been going to school by day and caring for his mom at night. One day in school, he just broke down. And only then did his teachers and friends realize his mom was getting sicker quickly. So here's the line that I can't get through. Mom told Ross she was going to recover and get stronger. And that her stint in the nursing home would provide physical therapy. Ross soon learned that not only was his mom not getting better, she was actually getting worse. The cancer had spread, and she was not expected to last through the holidays. The entire town of Fort Sumner rallied together to help Ross. School has been paying for his gasoline to get back and forth from Clovis to Fort Sumner. Their landlord has been waiving the rent, which I think is extremely admirable.
Kudos.
I don't know that you listen to our show, but if you do,
kudos.
Good for you. Most recently, Chavez Funeral Home and the generous teachers at Fort Sumner High School have ensured that funeral arrangements are covered for Ross's mother. What a blessing to Ross and his mother, the citizens of Fort Sumner, have been. He is brought to tears by their generosity and his humbleness in accepting their help. He still needs more. He's a lone child, and it's hard to imagine that, but I mean, he's 18, which makes him a young man, but the fact of the matter is, he's 18.
And in case I forget or don't get an opportunity to point this out, when we went in Ross's home,
Yeah.
you never know what you're going to get into when you go into the home of an 18-year-old young man living by himself. Spick and span, baby.
He had it cleaned up.
Spick and span.
And he didn't know we were coming.
Nope.
It's not like he cleaned it up for us. You could tell when we showed up. He was surprised.
Yep.
And he had it cleaned up, and he was getting on, man.
Yep.
He was getting along. So it goes on and to talk about the things that you would expect an 18-year-old who's suddenly alone would need. And it's hard, if you know Ross, to see him as a young man, or to see him as, I mean, he's not a child, but you know what I'm saying. As the child of a mother who suddenly finds himself alone because he's so big. He's 6'7". He's a big guy, 18 years old. Great young man. So deserving of a visit from Secret Santa. He was shopped for by Michael and Joy. And this past weekend, indeed, Secret Santa paid him a visit. It's Rooney and Moon, and it's time for what is our second delivery of this particular night. It's a little bit of a chilly night, not too bad. We had some nasty weather earlier today, but it's cleared up nicely for us. This is one of our further deliveries.
Yeah, we are far from home. We are far from home on a Friday night, and we're about to really make a commotion in this little neighborhood when we get our entourage in here.
And as you just heard from the letter that we read, this is a Secret Santa first. We have no idea how this is going to go. We're delivering not to a whole family. We're delivering to one young man who's been through a really tough time.
And we're used to there being little kids to talk to. That's not going to be the case this time.
So we just turned on the road that he lives on, and we shouldn't have to go too far. If we get to the bend, Baca, we've gone too far. That's the instructions that we've been given. Yeah, we're out here now. We're on the road. It's a dark road that we're making our way down, and this young man living all by himself out here. Now, of course, we found out that he's 6'7", so a rather intimidating young man. I don't think he has anything to worry about.
I hope he's not upset that we're about to barge in.
Exactly right. Boy, as we continue down, this is a dark road here in Fort Sumner. It's heading out kind of by the museum out here. If you're familiar with that area, you know it's a dark road at night. We're looking for the nominator's car, which is supposed to be parked across the street. We've gone several miles down this road, and we're sure we're going to find it here right quick.
Say, that's got to be it. I think I see lights up there.
It looks like she has headlights going, too. All right, so we're just about to come right up on it. It looks like there's more than one vehicle even. Wow, it's such a dark road that you can't even tell till you're right up on it that there's more than one vehicle here. Okay, this is the house right here. Let's pull in right here, Baca. We're going to pull into this young man's driveway, and we are going to surprise the heck out of him. As it turns out, they have a whole group of people here, and right now he's probably inside saying, what in the world is going on? Here we go. We have our photographer. We have our helper elves. We've got a whole bunch of people. Where's Steve? Here he is. All right, Steve, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm a little nervous about this one.
All right. Oh, it sounds like he has a really big dog.
Oh, great. Send Baca in.
All right, Baca, here we go. All right, Baca, go for it. All right, here we go. I see tools. I think that this guy's going to be... Hi, hello. Holy smokes, hello. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Hey, good. Are you Ross?
Yes, sir.
Ross, I'm Duffy Moon. This is Steve Rooney from Mix 107.5 Radio.
I know you guys.
Oh, cool. Well, guess what? We're here because we do a segment on our show every year that we call Secret Santa, and we look for families that are going through a hard time, and we bring them Christmas. And Ross, you've been nominated a bunch this year. Is it okay if we bring Christmas for you?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got the go-ahead. And considering the fact that you are this tall, we are going to make sure that we ask first before we do anything, okay?
All right.
Now, I heard that there was a dog in there. Can we put the dog back so we can bring the stuff in, or do you want us to leave it here, or what do you want us to do?
We move the dog.
Okay, let's do that. We're going to wait out here while you do that, because if the dog is as big as Ross, we're in trouble.
Is it a big dog? Oh, man.
Let's talk to this nice lady here. Hi, let me come up here and see. Hi, Pam, how are you?
I'm great.
Thank you for helping us out with this.
Oh, this is amazing.
Right, we're going to make our way in now with all this stuff, okay?
Oh, my gosh, that's wonderful. It's awesome.
Here we go. All right, we have half the town of Fort Sumner with us, it seems, as we make our way into the house. I'm going to cut right in front of you here. Ross, can we talk to you just a little bit? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So we understand, well, frankly, it's been a tough couple of months. What's been going on?
My mom died last month. And
before that, tell us about your mom.
probably the most inspirational person in my life. It's It's been me and her since I was born, and just taught me everything I know.
Passed away here about a month ago?
Yes, sir. It's not easy.
How's it been for you since she passed away? I mean, that's obviously it was real rough, but some real good people helping you out. Tell us about how it's been since then.
Well, this town helped a lot. If I wasn't still in the big city where I used to live, it wouldn't have worked out. Nobody would have cared as much. But this town really helped a lot.
They kind of group hugged you, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot.
And you're a senior?
Yes, sir.
What do you have planned for next year?
I'm going to college in Hops to be a diesel mechanic.
You're make your mom proud, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
How we looking, elves? All right. We got a whole bunch of people. Who here knows Ross? We're on the radio, so scream. All right, let's find out. Hey, tell me a little bit about Ross. What do you know about Ross?
He likes cars. Likes to play video games a lot.
Who would think that an 18-year-old young man would like cars and to play video games? I never would have thought it. What about you guys? What can you tell us about Ross?
He's just a great guy. He's pretty cool. Pretty crazy.
He's pretty tall.
Do we have everything in, guys? All right, here's what we've done for you, Ross. We're going to give you the lowdown on what just shook down here in your house, okay? What we have for you is we have food for Christmas dinner. Do you cook?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, you're gonna enjoy this. We have everything that you need for Christmas dinner, courtesy of S&S Supermarket. We have a turkey for you from the Rib Crib over in Clovis. Carpet Tech brought you a tree, so you have a tree for Christmas. We have decorations for you for the whole house, courtesy of Lowe's, Dillard's, Walmart, Clovis Floral, and obviously, I don't know where they set them all, but you have a pile of gifts back there to get through, okay?
Uh-huh.
You plan to make it to Christmas, or you can open them tonight?
That's going to be tough.
Well, I'll tell you what, partner. You seem like a great guy, and a lot of people told us about you and said that, it's been a struggle for you, but at the same time, you've really held it together, and you're doing great. And so we have one final gift for you. On behalf of the listeners of Mix 107.5 Radio, we're going to give you $1,000 in cash, okay?
Wow. Thank you very much.
Put it to good use?
Oh, yeah. I will.
All right. The last thing, because we know how much seniors in high school like to sing, you're going to sing a Christmas carol with us, okay?
God. Okay. All right.
All right. Here we go. Jingle bells on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jingle bells,
jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey! All right. Ross, Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun.
Is it okay if we bring Christmas for you?
Yes, sir.
And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun.
We're going to make our way in now with all this stuff, okay?
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Here and the dear ones, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is Christmas, for weak and for strong, for rich and the poor ones. The world is so wrong.
Well, frankly, it's been a tough couple of months. What's been going on?
My mom died last month, and
before that, tell us about your mom.
Probably the most inspirational person in my life. It's been me and her since I was born, and just taught me everything I know.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Tell us about how it's been since then.
Well, this town helped a lot. If I wasn't still in the big city where I used to live, it wouldn't have worked out. Nobody would have cared as much. But this town really helped a lot.
And so this is Christmas. And what have we done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so happy Christmas.
We have one final gift for you. On behalf of the listeners of Mix 107.5 Radio, we're going to give you $1,000 in cash, okay?
Wow. Thank you very much.
Put it to good use?
Oh, yeah. I will.
Ross, Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.